Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 65 of the Road to 2KOnChess.com. Today we're sitting at 1879, and our opponent is going to be an 1886 from Canada, it looks like. So we're going to start the position with e4. It looks like our opponent is going to blitz out the French. Now, against the French, I still don't quite know what I'm doing, so today, let's play a different variation. So let's play e captures d5, going into the exchange variation. Here, I believe the move is bishop to d3. We're going to play knight to f3. Our opponent can pin, at which point we're going to ask them what they're doing with this bishop. And if they really want to take, they can. Here, I don't particularly want to allow them to come in. And I kind of like the idea of trying to push the issue a little bit. But maybe I'm going to start with bishop to g5 to pin their knight. Our opponent comes here. And now, if I play g4 and the bishop comes back, takes, f takes, knight in, queen up, and we castle. So I actually think let's maybe play queen to e2 to pin this bishop. Our opponent moves away, quite promptly, I might add. Now I'm really tempted to play g4. But maybe we'll play knight b to d2 first. The bishop comes out. And here, I kind of like the idea of long castling, which I know isn't very common in the French, but it just feels like an interesting way to play. This comes out and attacks our queen. And I think we can actually play a move like knight to e5. Knight to e5, bishop comes back. And I think we're actually still doing okay there. Now, knight to e5, knight d7. Knight here, knight here. That gives us enough time to bring our rook in. Oh, I'm sorry, we can't play our knight here. Our queen would be hanging. So let's play queen f1. If our opponent takes, we're going to take back with the rook, because if we were to take back with the knight, our opponent is going to take our piece. This does damage our pawns, but the side effect is we now have lines of attack towards the king. So I think I want to immediately start this attack with rook to g1. The opponent moves up, however that does weaken the knight pretty severely. I could play h4 and h5 to try and, once again, really solidify this attack. Our opponent strikes back. And I think we can actually ignore it and play h5. So this comes in. If we take, and our opponent takes here, then we might have pawn takes. Or we could just get out of the way with bishop to e2. Takes here, pawn takes. All right, we have time. Pawn takes, queen, sorry, not queen takes yet. Pawn takes bishop, pawn takes f7, king takes, queen captures d3, eyeing this pawn. And if our opponent tries to go over and defend, I think we have rook over. And we also have a discovered attack. So we're going to go for it. H captures g6 first. Kind of a scary position, but I have faith in our attack. It's always a little bit scary to sacrifice a piece. Our opponent opts to take there first. So now I'm trying to figure out if there's anything wrong with bishop to e2, or if we have something further with queen to h3. If we play queen to h3, and our opponent takes, and we play rook to h1, is our opponent able to stop this? They can bring their king up, at which point we check, back, and mate. Queen here. Knight can't come back. If knight ever comes up, we take. I'm going to go for it. Queen h3. Target our opponent's king. Our opponent obliges. Rook over. King here. Check. King here. Rook over. King runs. I think I might have slightly misevaluated the attack. But at this point, we do have to proceed. So rook to h1. After this check, king over. This is an issue. This check, king here. Rook e. I mean, am I in a huge rush? Maybe we'll start with rook captures d3 first to help us to activate our rook. This is still pinned. It just feels like we should have one more move. So the opponent brings their rook over. Now if we take, well, what about takes? We take here. Knight takes, rook check, king up, bishop check. Doesn't quite work. Maybe bishop check first. Knight takes, queen here, king over, rook check. The king has to run. Queen check, king over. I feel like there's got to be something, yeah? Am I going insane? Potentially. I have to play something. I can't just sit here. Rook takes, or sorry, bishop takes, queen takes. Bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes, king here, rook check, or rook check. King over, we take this back. We go up a piece. Oh, there was a mate. Our opponent missed it. Queen h8. I guess our opponent does have blocks. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I guess we got to go rook over. Yeah, I miscalculated this one bad. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Is there anything even left to do? Rook h7? Is that just mate? Queen e1? Oh, this is so unfortunate. Yeah, queen e1. So, we got smoked, but let's go ahead. Let's look at the game review. Let's see how we actually did. See if we had anything going there. So our opponent played with an 85%. We played with a 69%, and we did have a lead. So we went into an exchange French. Pretty standard moves here. Bishop g5 was correct. Queen to e2 was slightly wrong. And after bishop to b4, we did find the right idea with castles. Rook e8 was wrong, but we played queen to f8. Now, what I was looking at for a long time here was knight to e5. However, that does hang here. I think the move it might actually want us to play in this case then is maybe even bishop back to stop the pin, and even that is wrong. It's bishop captures f6. Our opponent can't take back, because if they do, that's mate in one. Or sorry, not mate. I guess there's bishop back, and you go into this game, which is very, very scary and very hard to play, in my opinion. I probably have to play rook to e1 here. Yeah. However, we didn't play that. We played queen f1, bishop captures d2, and our opponent doubled our pawns, but we played rook to g1, trying to create an attack. We played h4 and h5, which were two of the best moves. After c5, I do wonder where we're supposed to take first, and then if knight comes in, then probably play h5 to continue our attack. However, after c4, we played h captures g, trying to get this attack going, and we played queen to h3. I think we probably had to play a move like, I guess bishop to e2 was wrong. I don't even know what to play here, to be completely honest with you. Is it rook to h1? There's something. There's something here. But what is it? I have not a single clue what I'm supposed to do in this position. I'm supposed to find the move bishop to f5, which, yes, the idea is if takes, then we have bishop captures f6. I guess that is a really strong move, because then I threaten to remove this as well. Dang. That would have been very, very nice for us to find. But instead of bishop to f5, we played queen to h3, rook h1, and after king f8, we didn't quite see the entire attack. I was looking at queen to h8 check first, but after king to e7, I was trying to figure out what to do here. And realistically, I think I would have played rook to e1, which apparently loses the advantage immediately. Bishop captures f6 is also wrong. I don't even know what you actually do here. I have to imagine you have to continue with the attack. The queen is currently hanging. And I guess it's queen to g7, just keeping pressure on here and trying to force our opponent to do something. But bishop captures f6. We played queen to h8, which was wrong, and then we had no way through. And then we hung mate in 1, which our opponent did promptly find. Now, what I was talking about back here when I said that I think I made a terrible mistake after I played... where was it? After I played rook h1? Or maybe not rook h1. Was it here? I thought our opponent had rook e1, but I guess after this sequence there's rook to d1 back, which then saves the position. So my tactical vision just wasn't here today, and that's quite unfortunate. But we dropped down to 1871. These days are going to happen. We learned a little bit. We had a good attack, so it wasn't all bad, all in all. Thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video or have ideas on how I played, hit the like button and then leave a comment down below. And then finally, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and that just helps me to make sure that you don't miss any of my future content. And on that note, I will see you guys on the next episode.